footprinters. I think I'll use the same deck I used last week. I was going to use a different deck, but I think I'll use the same deck I used last week for week 1 of the hearings, just for continuity. And yeah, that last reading I did with the reverse tower for Mark Zandi, that can also indicate, you know, he's fearful for his future and all that. That was in his challenge, so he didn't take coming in and testifying lightly. He doesn't take it lightly. Say bye-bye. So those Scarabeo clarifiers if I need them. Okay, so he doesn't take it lightly. He didn't take defying orders from the White House lightly. You know, and as I said, the Four of Pentacles indicated he was on thin ice as well. So yeah, it just gives you a bit of an idea of, you know, what some of these people are putting at risk by stepping forward and doing what they feel needs to be done. Okay, now week 2 of public hearings. I'm going to do another cross like I did last week. So, week 2 of public hearings. Week 2 of public hearings. I'm not very good with this, you know, doing the thing, but, you know, I like to. Anyway, okay, week 2 of public hearings. Week 2 of public hearings. What's in store? Now it is for those in the US, it is Sunday the 17th of November. So here in Australia, Sunday evening, it's about 20 past 6 almost in the evening here. So okay, so week 2. Whoa. New opportunities, new action, opportunities for new actions, maybe new investigations even arising out of it. Wow, very interesting. Okay, hang on a moment. Okay, I just took Cameo in the front room with her dad, so as we were saying, whoa, new action, new investigations, lots, new opportunities. Okay, so that's at the centre of the situation, the hearings, of course. Whoa, another tower, second week in a row, tower moments. Yeah, it's more and more moments that are coming that are just gonna, more bricks are falling off the tower. This isn't undermining now. You know how I say every tower is something else undermining the foundation. Now it's bricks are starting to fall off the tower. It's starting to crumble. Okay. Okay, just pause that for a minute. My next door neighbour was going off the head at somebody. Yeah. Okay. So, bricks, the tower really has started to crumble. So, what is the challenge with the public hearings this week? 10 of Swords. There's just going to be, what is it? Nail after nail after nail being driven into the coffin of the Trump presidency, I think. And for the Republicans, it's going to be to try and stop this, but they can't. It's a 10. the end of a cycle. They're still trying to stop it, or to do something to stop the hearings, or stop the nails being driven in. But it's not happening. It's not happening. Nothing they can do. The focus of the hearings this week: Four of Cups offers dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction offers unhappiness. I'm going to put a clarifier on that. That it's, yeah, how Trump wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with what he got from Ukraine the first time around, so he tried to get more out of them. Wonder how they're going to react to Peter Holmes's testimony, with Sondland saying, you know, Trump doesn't give a crap about the Ukraine. Yeah, Zelensky might have something different to say about that. The past. Two of Swords. This is the past, as in how things were left for Republicans at the end of week one. They found themselves at a crossroad, really, and they're going to find themselves back at that crossroad and back at that crossroad until they wake up, or until they just stop pretending, until they just realise that, you know, trust me, most of their constituents are not going to be happy that, you know, they continue to support someone who's blatantly being shown out in the open to be the thug and the crook that he is. That is my personal opinion. Okay, so the present at the moment, that's now there. Things are coming home to roost. I really do think that the Trump's actions on Friday with that tweet, and Peter Holmes is going to testify in public next week, and possibly even Mark Zandi, and I think that what they have to say, the impact of that tweet, Peter Holmes in public, Mark Zandi, what, you know, they, the Republicans are sitting back and trying to figure out a way to deal with it, a game plan, because this is, they just feel like this is all bringing it home and tying it up in a nice, neat bundle. I will do a reading on what Zelensky thinks about that phone call with Sondland. Oh, what a hypocrite. Unsecured server, unsecured phone line, a cell phone from a cafe. Oh my goodness. Okay, now immediate future. Now this will be the start of the hearings this week. Knight of Cups, an offer. You know, if you do this, we can make it all stop. Or I think maybe this could be, you know, we can make all this stop if you resign. This might be an approach by some of the Republicans to Mitch McConnell to say, take him this offer, and all this is going to stop. If he resigns, all this will stop. And because I think they're getting perilously near to some dirty laundry coming out. Yeah, dirty laundry for the Republicans coming out. I think getting near to that. So I think in the near future they're going to say, take this offer to Trump. Whether Trump will accept it or not, that's another thing. I think this is definitely the Republicans doing that. I'll do a clarifier on that. In the environment at the moment around the hearings, the Queen of Swords, investigations, witnesses, people being called forth to tell the truth. That's the environment. Who's going to be called forth next? Who's going to step up and talk next? Who's going to put, and I think who's going to put their hand up to talk next? I think that's a lot of Republicans are thinking, oh, who's going to come forward next and say, Sonderland's going to appear next week. I think if he wants to avoid jail time, he's going to have to be 100% straight. And I think this is worrying the Republicans so much, and I think it's causing a bit of excitement and stir among the public. And never mind what the stupid people said about reviewers said about it lacking pizzazz and all that. It's impeachment hearings. It is not a three-ring circus, as much as the Republicans would like to have people believe it. Yeah, who's next? Who's next? Who's going to come forward next, and what are they going to say? That's just all that is on a lot of people's minds. What are other people seeing? Other people are seeing the Emperor they've known all along what he's been like. They've known all along. But they haven't, they're seeing him actively do it, actively intimidate a witness, and they're like, well, maybe he has gone too far. I think some people are finally starting to see someone who cannot be controlled. And I think this is what other people see. I think this is interesting. To me, I saw this. It's supposed to, I think, represent leaves falling, but it's some scales falling from some people's eyes as they're watching the impeachment hearings. A lot of people are watching the impeachment hearings because they're sure that they're going to see that it's nothing, that it's all bullshit and there's nothing there. And a lot of them are having the scales fall from their eyes about their beloved emperor. There are always going to be people who he will always be the best thing ever. But a lot of people are, he's losing them. The fears for the Ace of Cups. New relationships. Emotion. Outpouring of emotion. Outpouring of anger. I think there's a little bit of fear in there that this could cause outbreaks of maybe some, just gone in my mind, outbreaks of violence in some areas where people are still, an overflowing of emotion that can cause trouble. I think that's I think there may be a bit of an element of worry about that, not more than fear, but worry. That people, it might cause some people to act in a dangerous manner, such as that Caesar person who sent those bombs, and the Coast Guard guy who had all those weapons lined up and things like that. I think there might be a bit of a fear that it might stir up some of that, because some people just, their emotions are, their God's being punished or whatever, it's not being respected, and people have to suffer for that sort of thing, which I hope not going to happen. What is the hope for the readings this week? Knight of Wands, that investigations go forward and that they keep at a good pace. Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. Knight of Wands is the next fastest. They are the two speedy knights. Quickly, they, offers of evidence. This is, I think, is someone coming with more evidence. We've got people coming, we've got people lining up to offer, and they're willing to come in, and they're willing to come in quickly with evidence. This is evidence. This is people saying, yes, we'll testify. I think that's what they're hoping, that it's gonna, that people coming out and being defended the way they have been by parties in the news, like Maria Yovanovitch, the way she's been defended as she should be against these attacks by vile people, that it encourages more people to come forward and offer, and quickly. That's what the hope is there. The outcome for the readings this week: Knight of Swords, chaos. Oh, I wonder what's going to go on. If the outcomes at the end of this week is complete and utter chaos, what is going to happen? We've got 3 knights here. Offers. Offering to step up into action. Action that creates chaos. Wow. Word of warning. 9 of Wands. Be ready to build your defences. Whoever steps up into that witness box, please have your defences built up around you. Don't let the slings and arrows hurt you. Okay? Word of solace. 4 of Pentacles. Don't try and force anything. If you don't try and force anything, things will go a lot smoother. That's word of solace. If you don't try and force things, you'll have more control. So, or if you don't let things be forced. So I think some Republicans are going to try and force things along a bit, but it's not going to work. I'm going to do some clarifiers here. The 4 of Cups at the focus of the reading. What is that about? Loss, offers that aren't wanted. That could be attached to this. Maybe this is Republicans starting, Trump thinking, Four of Cups, what's that about? Yes, the Emperor. Yeah, this is, Republicans are starting to talk about offering Trump a way out, and some of them are still resisting it. But by the end of the week, because this is in the immediate future, or sometime during the week. Oh, interesting, on the bottom of that, with the rainbows and everything, 10 of Cups has always been my card for the Republican Party as a facade, because that's all it is. Nowadays, it's a facade. It doesn't represent America's families, as one person said about, normally this in political readings would present families in America and things like that, and Republican Party and their belief in the American family, but it's a facade. It's been a facade for a long time. Anyway, what about this Knight of Cups? The Empress. This is America. I'm wondering if representatives and senators are going to start hearing from their constituents in Middle America. This is America. Make him an offer. Get him out of there. I wonder if they're going to start hearing from their constituents about that. That could be interesting. Let's have a look at the Knight of Swords for the outcome, the chaos for the outcome. Justice. Chaos, justice. Chaotic injustice. Wow. I still don't quite see Trump going yet, but I see the Republicans preparing to make him go. Because I don't think they're going to have much choice. I think they've tried it. And it hasn't worked. I don't know how that's, but this is the Emperor, Trump. Satisfaction, yeah. He's not going to be happy. I think this is America. I think this is the voters. Some of whom are finally going to turn around and say to the people in the House, to their Republican representatives in the House and their senators, start thinking about it. Otherwise you might not have a seat. We won't vote you in. We'll primary you, whatever. You know? Especially if some of those voters, Republicans, are in a position to do a primary, to call primaries and, you know, on those committees and stuff like that. Yeah. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting week again. That towers turn up again. And, yeah. Very interesting. I'm going to pause this for a minute. Well, no, I'm not. I'll probably come back in a day or so, and I want to do a reading on Zelensky. How's he feeling about this testimony that Sondland said Trump doesn't give a shit about the Ukraine. He just wants the big stuff that affects him. Let's have a look. Because withholding this money, there were people, Ukrainians died while this money was being withheld. So, love you all, Footprinters, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye-bye.